Kill it.
I'm just saying.
One day at a time.
We gon' party tonight.
BBW.
Good day, people.
Let's party tonight. Let's show you how to party tonight.
What?
Yes, sir.
Let's show you how to party tonight. Let's go. HB. Go time. Let's go. Teamwork. Let's go. We gon' party tonight. Let's show you how to party tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Black don't crack, baby.
Right. So for me, all right. So how long? You're a father, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long before? Well, this doesn't apply to you. You're married now, so we can't even. How long would you take to introduce your children to a person that you were dating?
Well,
Sorry, Nina. Gotta ask the question.
no, one of the questions, or what I was going to ask you two was, does it have something to do with, because, all right, because you were asking me, when I was younger, there was a difference because I was dating women that didn't have no access to cars or anything like that. So I didn't have access to a car. So because they were young, a lot of the times you would have to go over their house because you know, I'm not nobody's spending money at a hotel. It's just more convenient, and the kids are in the house.
Right.
Have you guys had situations like that when you were younger, where because of a lack of, you know, transportation or anything else to kind of get away, you would allow, hey, you know what, I have no other choice, so he has to come in the house.
Somebody sneak
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Because
night.
now you're older, you have different things, you know, you have cars and stuff like that, you have money, so hey, we can just plan a trip. But when you're younger, I would think, and I've been in a lot of situations, you've probably been in a lot of situations where you just went over to the girl's house and
I made
whole bunch of kids.
I have.
Yeah.
I made sure. Oh, come, you know, after midnight. I'm gonna make sure he's asleep for a few hours. You know, make sure he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, mom's still got to live a little bit.
Exactly.
Don't make the noise. I will knock you out.
Yeah.
Get the hell out. And it's gonna be quiet sex because you can't wake the kids.
Yeah. It can't be that.
Don't make a noise.
You gotta come in after 12:30.
Yep.
So.
And there's
But
the
no,
door.
You know what's funny? When I first, all right, so my oldest has a different father, and then my other two kids are by my ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first met my ex-husband, like my daughter was 2 at the time, and he used to, like, I would go to his house, like he had his own place, so I'd be like, all right, I'll come over after I put her to bed and everything, and like fortunately at the time I lived with my grandparents, so I'd be like, okay, and I'd sneak out, and every time I'd be there, he's like, are you gonna stay the night? And I'd be like, yeah, and I'd go to sleep, and sure enough, every morning at like 4 o'clock, I'd get up and sneak out, and I woke up anyway.
Yeah.
And he was like, I never see you in the morning. And
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Like,
my,
it's not that kind of party.
I'm sorry. Like,
It's not that kind of party. We got some other shit going on.
Exactly.
So how long would you take before you introduce your kids to the person that you're dating? Months?
You know what? Now I can't say now because it's a different story.
Yeah.
Like
Of course, it
before,
kind of sucks for you.
before, yeah, it does. Before it was kind of, I don't know. It's kind of difficult because a lot of the times I would probably meet people like while I was with my kids, or I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I think it may be a little different, or sometimes different for a man.
I won't put the pressure on you.
Yeah,
I get it. No, I get it. But for me, I'm like ASAP. So if I'm a father, I'm a parent. You're a parent, right? We meet. There's some type of attraction, whether it's sexual, whatever it is, whatever the attraction is. We're attracted to each other to a degree.
Yeah.
Right. So we all know that life is moving forward. It's going that way.
Yeah.
So I'm a parent. You're a parent. I'm like, this is my situation. I'm a father. This is what I got going on. I'm trying to bring the people in as soon as possible.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get a vibe. I'm trying to get the feeling from you. I'm trying to get the feeling from my child. I'm trying to get the feeling from the environment. I need to make sure everybody is comfortable before we even think about moving to the next level.
You're right. But the advantage that we have as men is because most women that we're going after probably want a relationship. Most of the time they want to get in a relationship where and this is kind of where I was going. That I probably introduce my kids like right away too, because I could easily just say that, you know, so-and-so's out the picture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was a coworker. I always introduce people as my coworker in the beginning.
Right. We don't introduce you
I don't
as our
my
girlfriend.
No, you're going to be a coworker.
Like, hey, this is Jamie.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
but that's the same thing we'll do, but at the same time, you don't want to, like, I want you to know, but I don't want you to get an attachment and spend time and my kid to think, oh, there might be something going on between my mom and that person.
I think it also depends whether the child's other parent is around also.
Okay.
Like for myself, my oldest son, his father was never in the picture. So for me to bring a guy around, I didn't want him to get that attachment to somebody and then that person disappoints him.
Okay. That
because
makes sense.
his
He already
biological
had lost the father, and to have it happen again.
That makes sense.
If it's different for us, though, you have to think women overthink everything anyway.
Well, what I was just saying,
different for women.
Y'all have,
it's
but why
different
though?
for a mother than a father because we think more emotionally.
Well, because you have people coming at you from all types of directions, and you already know what their main objective is. You know what I'm saying? Compared to a man, we don't have all kind of women coming from directions. We probably have one or two that we can deal with, but you know that eventually, ultimately, they will want a family. So they're going to do the right things to be with you. Right. Where they're with, you know, these men come from different directions, and they don't even want nothing. They just want to smash. Yeah, they just want to
trying to eat our fruit snacks. That's the whole thing. They're coming over here, baby,
I like fruit snacks.
You, but you telling 3 other moms you love them. You got fruit roll-ups and the good
fruit
snacks.
Yeah, the Welch and fruit snacks be lit 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me get. I'm going into your box and I'm grabbing at least 3.
See,
at least 3. Like
Sam size.
At least 3.
Full size. Like,
that's real life.
From Sam's.
Nah, that's a big fact. And if I was 20 years old, I'd be grabbing some Lunchables too. You know what I'm saying? But right now, at my age, all I'm grabbing is the regular fruit snacks.
Full. We got sandwiches on deck.
Nah, that's a fact. That's dope shit. Like that's really dope shit.
That's when you walk in, your eyes light up. Like I'm about to marry this chick.
like I could win with this person.
5 boxes of cereal on top of the fridge. You're like, oh wow,
yo, we gonna be
great
good. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, as long as I lay this down, I'm gonna be able to get some snacks.
Breakfast gonna be slim.
That's dope shit.
Captain Crunch.
Nah, that's real life. Nah, that's real life. But so all right, because I ran into that situation. I ran into those issues with my child. With my child, your niggas see this. Oh God. I ran into those situations with my child's mother. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't agree. She didn't agree with my approach when I was dealing with females that I was dealing with, because I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna deal with you, if I meet you, period, if I meet you today, we exchange numbers, I'll let you know, look, I'm a father, this is where my life is going, da-da-da. Like I said, I'm trying to get the vibe ASAP. I need to know where we really gonna be.
Yeah.
So I'm inviting you to family functions. I'm bringing my child around you. We doing shit immediately because I need to see how you gonna respond.
How you gonna interact with my kid?
Right. Before I say, okay, I can fuck with her or not.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because if I'm just interacting with you on a one-on-one, on the phone or at the crib, laying up in the bed watching movies, that's easy. We can easily like each other that way. But I need to see how you gonna deal with everything that I got, my whole family, my kids, everything. Yeah. So I'm bringing you in as soon as possible.
And most of the time when she comes in, if she knows what she's doing, she usually takes your daughter or your kid to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
With
me. Immediately, because then she knows exactly what her role is, because usually she's a mom on this other way, but she knows how to be a mom.
Right.
But you're gonna know right away
when my
who's
daughter
not
come
like
back.
That.
Yeah, that too.
She's just gonna sit in the living room. Yeah,
and then my daughter's gonna come back to me and say some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't like Auntie Carol.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit that I'm looking to. So I fell into a situation, and I know I'm not the only one. I fell into a situation with my daughter's mother where that was a problem. That caused beef
between her and I. because she didn't like the daughter
because she didn't
the kid
like
and the girlfriend to get along.
Because she didn't like the fact that I was introducing my daughter to so many women so fast.
Multiple people.
Oh, the kids. Okay, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
but I also believe in it takes a village to raise a kid, right?
Yeah.
So for
yeah.
me, I'm like, listen, just because I introduce her to somebody and they spend some time together doesn't mean that like we can still grow from that. Just because I introduce her to Jamie and me and Jamie didn't work out doesn't mean that my daughter's gonna be fucking traumatized.
And that's the thing.
You know what I'm
think
saying?
about
Like that's
too,
not
yeah.
what that means.
Well, they thinking about that we just here just to fuck. Like she sees that girl and you just want to fuck her, and you're gonna have my daughter meet her just because you want to fuck her.
Right.
And it's not exactly.
And it's
like
not
that.
like
It's
that
not
all the
like that.
time. Like
no.
I'm
No,
just
but
like
after, as a mom, you're very protective, and you gotta understand that your kid is gonna get an impression if every weekend I go to Daddy's house and he has a new friend over and a new auntie
It's a
is
friend.
there. Like that's really
Yeah,
popular.
no, that
But
is
I've
no.
never
It's a
liked
friend.
That gives, no,
Daddy
that's
got a
not-
lot of friends.
No,
And
but you know
think
what?
about what kind of relationship like your child is gonna see growing up. Like, well,
Daddy
I've
got
never
a lot
saw
of
the same girl
friends.
at
Yeah,
Dad's
you can.
house.
Daddy has a
Like,
lot of
so-
coworkers after
What's
a while.
What's
I got
wrong
a
with
lot
that?
of
But you know
aunts
what?
and uncles, but
What's
I'm
wrong
very-
with-
No.
Like,
Up-
it is setting up a.
What's wrong with Daddy having a lot of friends?
Up to a certain point, when your
Daddy
daughter,
doesn't.
when your daughter gets to a certain point, like my daughter right now is going on 11 years old.
My daughter will be 16 next month.
So a lot of stuff. So you've already been to where I'm at. So a lot of stuff is changing as far as like like what we say and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because she's able to pick up on it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the fact that
What's wrong with Daddy or Mom? It doesn't. It's not a gender
'Cause they're
thing.
smart.
What's wrong with Daddy or Mom having a lot of friends?
that
What is wrong with that?
11-year-old daughter is smart. That 11-year-old daughter is smart.
It is. It's confusing.
How is
to
it
the
confusing
children.
if you introduce him as your friend? This is my friend. This is my friend. This is my friend.
But
This is my
that's
friend.
The whole thing. How
Yeah.
many friends are you gonna have
Why
before
can't-
you have one good friend?
What
Like,
you mean?
your
How many
Kid is not
there's
seeing
no
any
limit.
solid relationship. They're seeing, wow, Dad has a revolving door in his apartment.
No,
and
it's
every
not.
weekend it's a new auntie.
No, it's that only happens if you misjudge or misguide what that relationship is. If you're telling your kid, oh, this is a person that I'm interested in, or this is a person we're dating, da da da. But if you just say, if every person that you meet as a mother or a father, if every person that you meet, if you introduce them to your kids as your friend, there's no fucking problems.
It shouldn't be any problem.
There's no fucking problems.
But
But there's
there
no
shouldn't-
amount of friends. There's no limit to how many friends you can have.
Not personally,
No.
but what's
No,
going
but what kind of friends are we talking? Like, it's one. thing,
No, it's
like,
not what
we're
kind
going
of
to the
friends.
park and
You-
meeting my friend. If it's
No.
a friend that's staying over with you
It doesn't-
on the weekends in front of your child, that's a
Yeah.
different kind of
Sleep
situation.
Why?
stuff like
To
that.
who?
I think it
To the
also
child.
depends.
To the
They
child,
see it,
no,
yes.
because
Of
no, a
course.
friend is a
Yeah,
friend.
It
A
also
friend is a
depends
friend.
And they-
on
a
how
child
active.
wouldn't understand that.
It depends on how active. Also, I understand where you're coming from. If you take a 100% active role in your child's life as the father, right? You're there it doesn't have to be every day, but weekly. You're present in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Then for you to have these friends, then okay, I'll give that to you. Because, like you said, they're your friends. As long as you're not being like up in each other's faces, and your
Yeah,
child
that's
is
true.
getting the attention that they need. But for the men which I have current in my life,
Mm-hmm.
the man that's not present in their child's life, and then he wants to come around and be like, oh, I want to take my daughter on the weekend, but then you got Jane Doe, you know what I mean, like over here.
every time
No,
he
you're
picks
not
her
gonna
up,
bring
it's
my
a
kid.
new girl.
How about because you don't even spend time with your own kid, but you're gonna just take my kid because you have a friend? For
But
the
it's not your
weekend?
kid. It's
'Cause you wanna
y'all's
play
kid.
daddy.
Not
It's
when
y'all's
you're not
kid.
in their, not when he's
It's
not
y'all's
in their
kid.
life.
It's not your kid. It's y'all's kid.
Not if they're not
So,
involved. They
huh?
only want to be involved because now they have a friend. They
It
want
doesn't
to
matter
They're
why
gonna
they
try to
want
show
to be.
off.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
why they want to be involved. They're still their parent. It doesn't matter why they want to be involved. That sounds personal. It's like, oh, you got somebody.
Some
you
men
wanna show
pick and
off. You
choose.
want to
But I
show
do
off.
feel
Yeah.
Like
that
you want to
it
show off
affects
that you're a good father. So now you want to take your daughter instead of da da da. I get that part.
Yeah.
But that's still some personal shit. That's still their child.
Yeah, it's still
Either
their
way,
child.
that's
It is
still
their
their
child.
child.
It is their
So no
child.
matter how you feel
Yeah.
about it, that's still their child. So however they want to show off their child or their parenting skills
But
or whatever
would
it is,
you-
that's not up to you to be like, oh, nah, you can't. That's still their child. So you can't say no
But
just
if you-
because you got a new chick, so now you want to be a father.
No,
No,
that's not
motherfucker.
what
Okay,
she's
whatever.
saying,
It
though.
doesn't matter what it is.
That's not what she's saying. And what we're saying though, like, would you be okay with your daughter's mother, like, every weekend having a different dude? Your daughter's
Yes.
gonna see something.
That
from
doesn't bother.
She's
That
gonna
doesn't,
have an
that doesn't
impression
bother me
from
at
that.
all because I'm still her father. So it doesn't matter how many dudes her mother has.
But you don't see anything like that your daughter's getting an impression of how it's okay to live. Because would you be okay
what do you mean
with
how
your
it's
daughter
okay to
having
live?
it, like, to me, it's a whole different. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up. I want them to grow up and have a good, stable relationship with somebody,
Yeah.
and not
That's
be jumping
fine.
from relationship to relationship because that's the example I set for them.
Right, but life is like that. Life is not predictable. Just
But that's
because
the thing, like, I
you can have a very serious relationship today. Introduce your child to your partner today. 2 months, 3 months, 2 years, 3 years, that relationship could be over.
Exactly.
And now you find somebody else. Serious relationship.
But
Same
no,
shit.
That's why I'm
It
so
can keep-
hesitant to do
No,
it.
I'm just
serious.
saying.
But
I'm not
that's the
I'm not
thing. That's
talking.
why
This
as
is not a
parent,
this is not a
I don't do
personal
it.
shot. It's not a personal shot. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying.
Anybody could.
Anybody,
Yeah, I'm saying,
right.
But for most moms, that's why we don't do it like that.
Right, but I'm saying, but that doesn't define that doesn't define what your parenting relationship is. Just because you introduce your child to a person that you're interested in doesn't mean whether the relationship works or not. Doesn't mean that that's going to affect your child in a negative way.
It could.
I disagree.
Anything could. Anything
disagree.
could.
No.
Anything
Consider
could.
the effect
Anything.
that it can have
I'm
on
gonna have to
the
agree with
child.
my man on this one.
Anything could.
I don't think it. First of all, I don't think it has anything to. It don't has anything to do with it. Because you can't control it anyways.
Exactly.
Even if, like, just for example, if Nina, was my kid's mother and she was having dudes or whatever, and my daughter was over there, there's nothing that I can do about it. I wouldn't like it, but it's nothing that I can do about it. Now, in reverse, women can do something about it because most of the time you guys have custody, so all you got to do is she's not going or they're not going, and then that's going to bring us in a rage. But the other way is like I have.
See, now we got into custody.
I know, but the thing about it is
But
I
he's right,
can't,
though.
I can't,
Y'all
I
do
can't,
normally get
I
custody
I can't
most of the
control.
time.
I can't control
That's true.
the men that are coming in and out of the house. But all I can do is be the best father I can when I see my daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many men coming in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully,
Exactly.
she can control that. But when my daughter gets here, she's gonna know that
I'm
But
her
are you
father.
gonna
I'm your
also-
father, and
I'm
all
her father,
all
you
you
know
need
what
is
I'm
right
saying?
here.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
you're
matter
not
how
gonna
many
let her
men
see
it
you
doesn't
with
matter how many
like,
men your
and
mother
everywhere
dates.
she goes, she has a revolving door of people.
That
in her
doesn't
life.
matter.
I can't
I do.
control that.
No,
but
I think it does affect a child. I do. I
It
think
doesn't matter how
affects
many
them.
people you
I
date.
I believe
can't.
that it
I
does
can't.
also.
You cannot tell me.
I think-
it has no effect on the child.
No, I think it may have an effect.
Everything in life can have an effect on a child.
Yes, and that's
Everything
why as a
can.
parent you spend all your time
I think-
trying to protect your
I
child.
think
Right,
what
but
Melissa
you
was
can't
saying-
control what's going to
I
have
think
an effect.
part of what Melissa was saying is kind of almost will have some effect in this. It depends on what you do when you're with that person, because if you
Right,
invite
if you introduce them as your friend, but then you kissing them in their mouth
Yeah,
and
all
doing
the
all that
time with
shit
your
in front of their
children,
kids,
yeah.
that's different.
but if you guys are on the couch
you-
and they know
right,
your
if y'all
coworkers,
just
they don't
chilling,
even see each other.
exactly.
They can't really perceive it as, oh, okay, daddy has a new girlfriend, because all they see is what daddy said is his coworker.
That's just right.
And,
And they
you know,
just
they're
That's
chilling.
what I said before.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if,
yeah.
Chilling.
If when you take your kid, every weekend you have a different friend sleeping over in your bedroom with you.
Yeah, you
That's
shouldn't
a
let your
different
kids see that.
aspect for your child.
You shouldn't let your
Yeah.
kids see
if
that.
you're going to the park or hanging
But you're
out
not
at
gonna
the
let
house with friends,
but you're not
or
gonna let
having
your
play
kids see
dates.
that. You're not gonna let
Yeah.
your kids see who goes in your bedroom.
Yeah, but
And-
some
Yeah,
there
no,
are
if
parents
they're
that
sleeping
do.
over, there's no way
Yeah.
you could avoid your kid not waking up in the middle of the night and coming to your room
It
and
depends.
knocking on the door. What
It,
you gonna say?
it all depends on how old your kid is. One, because
Exactly.
women do it, all the way up until they 3, because a kid will go to sleep right quick. As soon as the
In
kid
the
is asleep
crib.
at 7, you coming over. But
Yeah.
then the kids get older. You just push that out. Hey, you can't come over until my kid goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And you have to leave before my kid.
Kid wakes
So
up.
there's
Yeah.
women that can tailor
And
it.
if you
Yeah, exactly. But see, that's
But you
the whole
shouldn't even
thing.
be
We're
dem-
doing that because we didn't let you meet them in the afternoon.
No, but
we
it-
weren't. Uncle Bobby's not hanging out with mommy today. Like that's
But you
the
ain't
whole
gotta-
thing.
you don't-
that's
you don't-
the situation that
you
you're
don't
talking
you don't
about.
have to keep them apart. You don't
No,
have
I
to keep
could
them apart.
introduce
So
you, but I'm not introducing every man that
Like-
I might want to talk to my kids to see if they vibe first. Because I need to know that we're going to work before I'm even going to consider anything.
But how do you know if you're gonna work if you don't know how this person gets along with your children?
But that's the thing. Like, I would rather know if I have a vibe with you, and then if my kids don't vibe with you, oh well.
But
too
you
bad.
already know that
Kick
you got
rocks.
a vibe with that person because y'all
Kick
already.
rocks.
y'all
Yeah,
already
but
talking.
no, this is the thing.
You
He,
already
no,
know
he's
that there's a vibe.
no, he's right about it
You
because
already know that there's a
you
vibe
don't
because you're already talking.
you don't want to go 6 months. You getting involved, y'all both involved, and all of a sudden your kid comes in and your kids don't even like the person, and that person don't like your
That's
kid.
happens.
Now
Exactly.
you're in a
Yeah,
rut.
and
So
you're
you wasted time now.
Yeah, you wasted
You
time.
done wasted. You wasted 6 months or a year when you could have got that shit knocked out in 2 weeks.
But
know
you know
what
what? You can finagle it. I think you can finagle that
If
that
your
6
kid
month
really
deal. I think
hates
you can
that
trim that
person,
down.
though, that's
Yeah, no,
probably
I think you
because
can trim that
yeah,
down.
yeah.
It depends. I think it
Yeah.
depends on the other person. The other person will do stuff to show and prove
To
to
show
you
that I want to be there.
I want to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's where, like, yeah, Melissa said that in the beginning. Like, it depends on where you see that relationship going. You have some inkling in the beginning, but people always say they're one person, and you kind of got to wait and see who they actually are, because people will sell themselves to death to you all day.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody's
Yeah.
going to come up to you and be like, hi, I'm going to cheat on you with 7 people,
Especially-
and I'm going to break your heart, and
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you crying.
But that's
But would you like to fuck me?
no, but that's where you have the disadvantage where
Especially if you got a
everybody
fat
that's
booty.
coming at you has that mindset compared to we don't have women coming at us, but the choice the women that we have in our lives are looking to settle down.
Right.
So if you have somebody that's looking to settle down and go further, they're treating you in a different way, and your feelings towards them is
And
a little
so
different.
we've got to weed that out.
Yeah.
Like, you guys
It
don't
is hard
have
to do
do
that.
And that for us,
Wait,
it makes a big
wait,
difference.
It's hard-
we
it's
gotta
hard to
do
do
it
that.
too. We got to do it too, y'all. I mean, it's a.
You guys got a tough. They got a tougher
listen,
job.
no,
We'll give it to them. They got a tougher
no.
job.
No, I ain't giving it to her like that. Nah, hell no. Because listen, there are 9 out of 10 things that I feel in life that females' lives are way easier than men's lives.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Listen. Oh, look how they.
A whole bunch of
Did you
stuff.
see that shit?
A whole bunch of stuff.
They faces.
Oh,
they
man.
became Alien and the Predator at the same time, nigga.
I just want
Whoa.
to bring up the
Oh,
pink tax
shit.
from last week.
The
That
what?
we are paying higher prices for our razors and deodorants just
Wait,
because we're
wait,
pretty.
wait. You
Okay.
paying
But
what?
you guys have
Pennies
so
on the
much
dollar?
harder.
Wait a minute, y'all
Yes.
paying
Yes.
Let's go buy a sweatshirt. Let's
You
both.
guys
Let's wait.
get paid more
Let's,
than us. Let's go back to the equality.
Wait a minute. This is gonna be another conversation.
It is.
we get paid more, but who works more? Who has most of the positions in corporate?
Because we had a fight for that, and may she rest in peace. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was the reason that we have a lot of the protections we had,
Listen.
and we literally had to go to court to get those.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Y'all
about.
ain't have to go to court. All you had to do was just
we
stop
did.
giving up pussy. Dudes want to stop. You didn't see that shit that Spike Lee made, right? If you stop giving motherfuckers pussy, you run the world. Women run this world.
Nah, that
but
part. That part.
y'all
Go
just
back
have to
and
give
tell
it
the
up.
women
So
the
Fact,
suffrage
though.
movement wasn't needed. Y'all should have just had a sex strike.
Listen, I'm just saying, there are, I believe, absolutely, and I've been around a little bit. I've been to some places. I've experienced some
But
things.
you've never been a woman.
Very, very true. But I absolutely believe that women's lives are easier. Now, a single mother.
physically, not emotionally, physically, in the physical.
Do you bleed once a month?
Gender-wise.
Bleed? No.
No.
So
Just,
what's easier?
no.
Please
Just
tell me when you're
listen.
sitting there and start bleeding out of
No,
nowhere.
But
that's
you know
easier.
what? If women,
You
wait,
can't control that.
wait, let me turn that around.
you
No, let
can't
me turn.
control that.
No, let me turn that around.
You can't control that.
No, let me
That's
turn that
different.
around.
That's
If my dick
Yeah.
bleeded once a month, in order for me to get unlimited pussy that just keeps calling me, let
I'll
my
take
dick
it.
bleed.
I'll
Let
take
my
it,
dick
nigga.
bleed.
You can blame my
I'm taking
dick
it all day.
That's what I'm
How
saying.
does your dick bleeding get you pussy though? Like
No,
we don't
No,
get
what I'm
dick.
saying is,
if
what
I
I'm
had to,
saying
if I
is,
had to trade,
you have your
if I had to
choice for
trade
going
my
out. You
dick
can
bleeding for
you can
7
go
days
fuck
to
10
get all
guys
the pussy
right
I
now in
want.
10 minutes.
Exactly.
Because you got 10
Oh,
phone numbers.
Exactly.
We can't do that. I gotta convince somebody.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
I haven't seen you in a while.
That part.
Let's go out. You can be like, you know what? I want you to come over right now. Stan, I want you to come over right now.
Hey.
Don, Jerry, Ralph, y'all come over because I need to prove in one day I can fuck 20 people. That's the advantage y'all got.
Big facts. I've been saying this since I was a kid that.
Just stand
I've been-
outside in the line. Please.
No, that's a
And
real
you know
life.
what?
Now,
Dudes
that's a
will do
fact,
it.
though.
Dudes will
They
do
will
it.
do it.
Dudes will do
That's
it.
a
And they be
100%
talking
fact.
to each other. You here to see Sarah, right?
They be
Yeah.
waiting.
Sugar
They
your
be
dick.
waiting like this.
I'm here too.
I'm next, nigga. I'm next. Hell yeah, nigga.
Okay,
Like,
so
fuck
it's
that.
easier for us to get laid.
No,
That's
I've been-
it.
no,
Get out of
it's not-
tickets.
I've been saying this
easier
shit.
for
I've
you
been
to
saying this
get
shit.
in line. It's a
Yo,
lot easier. Yeah.
I've been saying this shit for 20 years. If I was a female, I'd be a billionaire. This shit is easy. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying.
It is easier.
I'm not saying that
I want you
y'all
to
don't have
live as a
challenges.
female for
I'm
1
not.
month.
I'm not saying you don't have challenges. I'm saying that if a female was to take herself out of her mind and say, "Listen, this is what I want to do. This is what I need to do for life," y'all shit is easy. You can absolutely put yourself into a position to where you'll be taken care of for the rest of your life if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Every single female, ugly ones, fat
That's
ones,
where men
tall
are
ones,
wrong.
short ones.
If you're being
When do-
taken care of by men, like you're not doing for yourself. You're
Says
at,
who?
No.
because you're at the will of this man.
It
If
don't
this
matter.
man
You're still
decides
getting
tomorrow
what you need to
that's
get.
taking care of
You're
you-
still
No,
getting
but
what
if
you
you're
need to
taking
No,
get.
this is
care of
kinda
me
what
and
he getting
I
at.
decide you say something I don't like, and I'm like, fuck you. You're still gonna pay my bills because I
No,
No,
this
you
is-
move on to the next one.
No, this is kind of what he's getting
That's how
at.
that goes.
This is kind of what
That's
he's.
a whole different
No, this
story.
is
Move on
kind of
to
what
the
he's
next
getting
one.
at. He's getting at this.
That's self-respect.
Like how
No,
many?
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't have challenges.
I'm
saying
let me have
if you
this speak
just
for you.
if you made the decision in your mind as a female, you made the decision like, listen, I'm gonna get what the fuck I need to get. Period.
Easy for you guys. Yeah.
Fuck the emotions, fuck the standards, the morals, fuck that bullshit. I'm gonna get what I need and my family needs, period. That shit is easy for a female. You can easily take some pictures. This is what it is. This is real life.
Yeah.
You can take some pictures, put yourself out on Front Street. You could be the character that you are and get exactly what the fuck you need. You can get taken care of every day for the rest of your life. You don't have to work. You don't have to do none of that shit.
You guys
If
are not going
you
to do
wanted
it
to.
because you guys are.
If you wanted
you guys
to.
are independent. Y'all won't do it because you're independent.
Right,
But
you
what
won't do it,
But
but if
but
you
what he's
wanted
what
to,
he's saying
you
is that
could.
listen, who goes to strip clubs? Men go to strip clubs, right, to see women. Women don't really go to these male reviews like that because
We
and
had
then-
that discussion
and
before.
you're
'Cause
not.
it's a joke.
But it's a
not
joke.
fair.
But this
It's
is
fun and
you're not
games.
paying. You're
It's
not paying dudes every night just to strip.
Exactly.
That's
There's
another
not-
thing. How many billionaire women are going to come to one of us or any of us guys around here and be like, you know what? I want to take care of you for the rest of your life.
How many bitches out there are with college degrees are taking care of a dude with nothing but a birth
But that's
certificate?
because she
not-
chose.
How many
That's because
women
she wants
do
to.
That's
that?
because she
That's
wants to.
because she
Just
wants
like that
to.
woman
No,
that wants
no.
to be the hot wife
That's
goes
no,
to be
no,
the hot
That's
wife.
because she wants to.
No, because she
I'm-
thinks that he's gonna be.
How many?
something.
Okay,
How
let's
many?
her.
Listen.
You all lie
How
and
many-
tell us, oh, I'm gonna be
But that's
this
still because she
baby.
wants to.
That's
I'm
because she
not
wants to.
Still because she
What my
wants to.
question
No,
was
'cause
is
she bought
how
into
many
a
Oprah
bullshit
Winfrey's
dream.
have come to
Well,
one
you
of
got a
us?
big dick.
No, listen.
It's because she wants to.
How many billionaire women have come to
Stedman
or-
is a man, though, right?
Stedman's a lawyer. Stedman was a fucking lawyer.
Yeah, but he don't. What does he do now?
It doesn't
He's
matter.
Oprah's
It doesn't.
bitch.
It don't
And
matter.
he's very happy with his bro.
Of course, I would be happy too. I would be happy
Hey,
too.
Oprah. Listen, Oprah. I don't know
Oprah, if you're
I
watching
haven't
this,
measured- Oprah. I haven't measured
I'll
my
lick your
penis in a
boobs.
while. I haven't measured my penis in a while,
You
Oprah.
can floor
but
me.
hey, come get it. What the fuck?
I'm
you
sorry,
mean?
babe. I'm sorry, Nina, but
I don't give a fuck how many accomplishments
Men
I
can
got.
Do it too.
No.
Men can do it too. You can be
No.
Oprah's
Not,
husband.
not at the same
You
rate
can
that
be
women
kept.
can.
Let me tell you
Not
something.
at the same
You can
rate
be
that
kept.
This is
women
a real
can.
life story.
Look
This
at
is-
Monique's every husband that Monique ever had was a dude that was
That's
a regular
because she was
dude.
fat and she was insecure. That.
Let me tell you something.
We can't do it at the rate that y'all can. Not saying it's not possible. Yes, a man can too. He can do it not at the rate that y'all can. Every female can get it done.
I wish my wife
Every
was here.
man
My
can't
wife,
get it
my
done.
wife can attest to this.
Every man, every female can
You
get
know
it
how
done.
many-
Every man can't get it done.
You know how many messages she gets now? Like she started to get into the BDSM thing, right? You know how many messages she gets to have people pay her just to just to flog her. And they don't even want to just do that. They just want to be next to her.
Right.
Stuff like that. Think about the OnlyFans page. You know what I'm saying? That's set up for women because women are not going to pay to go see
a man.
You know what I'm saying? Just any guy. He got to be some fucking gorgeous
that's what
fucking
it is.
firefighter.
And we
You got to
do
fix
that
the
with
sign
that.
because we're not on air. We're not on air unless it's fixed.
Getting excited over here. God damn it.
Start throwing things around.
But women, because of who they are, men will just pay you. Men, I'm pretty sure men have just paid you just to whatever. Hey, you know what? I'll give you $150 for groceries because he's just trying to impress you. Women don't do that. Women don't. I haven't had a woman. I mean, sometimes women will do shit like that, but y'all don't. I don't get no. Y'all don't.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
We can do this shit all day. All right, listen.
Yeah.
We got like 8 questions
we
left.
got one question.
We got one question done.
5 minutes
We
later.
got like 8 questions left. We got like 6 minutes left. What the
And I don't even think that was the topic, right?
No,
that wasn't the
oh my
topic.
God,
With
we doing bad.
sexism
We
and
doing bad over here right now. Oh my God. All right.